Also during Monday's Ward F Town Hall meeting, Jersey City Mayor Steven Fulop addressed why his administration decided to take the reins on a Croson study used to determine if any disparities exist between hiring white contractors versus hiring minority and/or female contractors. Carolyn Fair, the president of the North Jersey chapter of the National Action Network, asked Fulop how she could get a copy of the study.
Referring to the Croson study, who is in charge of diversity and where do I get those records? I asked for the past 6 to 8 months for records telling me how many minorities were hired and maintained on new developments. I've gotten nothing, 0 crickets.
Fulop responded by providing some background on the study, accusing the Jerramiah Healy administration, without referring to him by name, of putting it on the shelf because they didn't want to deal with it.
Croson study was a study that was started by the previous administration, which is mandated by law in order to show disparities between hiring of white contractors or professionals and minority contractors. Once you can actually show via study the disparities that exist over there, then you put a plan in place and you could require some mandates around certain hiring requirements. That study was implemented and finished under our predecessor, but nothing was ever done. They put it on the shelf. We decided to come into office and saying that this is important. It is a hard thing to achieve, but we actually dusted it off and started down the road of implementing it. So sometimes people say, hey, this hasn't happened fast enough, or why hasn't this happened? And I point to the fact that nobody has ever done it before. The previous administration put it on the shelf because they didn't want to deal with it.
The mayor added that Councilwomen Diane Coleman and Joyce Waterman helped put an actionable plan in place for the Office of Diversity and Inclusion, which currently has 3 inspectors overseeing construction sites to make sure everything is done by the book, with penalties in place if the rules and regulations are broken. Compliance Office Director Pierre Leander and Deputy Director Kevin Cade, a Freehold councilman, will be overseeing this aspect of diversity and inclusion. First, and while that was all fine and good, she would still prefer a copy of the study since African Americans are in a state of economic Jim Crow.
People of color, it has been proven that we are in a state of economic Jim Crow. Now, I'm speaking out tonight because I need to try and get, well, I tried before now, so let's take out try. The operative word here, phrase is here, I need to get some stats, some numbers on what has gone on prior to this, and what we're going to do moving forward. Now, here we go again, the Croson study team that was in place. I think it was needless for us to have another team of people studying the Croson study. The Croson study went forth. It was a lot of information that didn't just happen overnight. It also gave us remedies.
Coleman explained that it took some time to put together a policy, plan, and hire staff as a result of the study before getting into the particulars of the matter.
We pulled some stats, and the stats were very, very low. We pulled a few stats. There wasn't any stats to really pull because nobody was ever really paying attention to whether minorities or females or whom. They were just doing. They were purchasing or working, and nobody was recording stats. So in the beginning of our study, we asked our purchasing department and our personnel department to start pulling those stats. So now there's been a person